Hi everyone, my name is Andrea Smith and I am a personal trainer, a holistic health coach, and basically my job and my life revolves around helping women from all over the world to lose weight. I've had clients from South Africa, the UK, Australia. You can check out my website at getreadygirls.ca. Basically what I'm making this video for is general health and weight loss tips for everyone who's looking to lose a bit of weight and just live a healthier lifestyle, lose a bit of body fat. So I'll get started. Basically, what I'm going to be saying are just some examples of what I would have for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or snacks, what I do myself, and what I find works for most people. I need to say this, for all of these tips, everybody's different, everybody's different, and I can help you if I know all of your stats and I know everything about you, but these are just general weight loss tips, so keep that in mind. And again, it goes according to your height and your weight. So if you are a very, very tall individual, you're going to need to eat a bit more, stuff like that. General weight loss tips would be, first and foremost, honestly, if you do nothing but this, you will see a change. Drink more water. I say anywhere between 3 to 5 for your average woman. Drink, instead of pop or sugary drinks like juice, switch to herbal teas. And if you like coffee, drink coffee. It's just the cream and sugar that gets you. So I love coffee. I'm a huge coffee drinker. Switch to almond milk and stevia. The reason that I say herbal teas instead of juices, you can get herbal tea in any flavor. Like, I have a goji pop tea, I have banana tea. There's so many different kinds of tea that I don't need fruit juice. I just steep the tea in a big 4-liter jug of water and put some stevia in it if I need something super sweet, and it's perfect. It tastes awesome. Tips for someone who eats out a lot and is super busy. My biggest tips for that would be whole grain sandwiches, stuff like that. I am quite a busy person as well. So, for example, what I would do if I'm in a big rush in the morning, I'll go to Starbucks and I'll get a coffee. And they have a turkey bacon and egg white sandwich. And it's whole grain, it's egg whites, and it's turkey bacon, and it tastes awesome. You could do things like whole grain sushi, like brown rice sushi. You could do things like whole grain pitas, sandwiches. I'm not going to say cut out cheese, cut out dressings, because you can have those things in moderation. I think it's totally fine. But avoid in mass amounts and massive quantities. If you're getting a sandwich and you're already having avocado and stuff on the sandwich, you don't need the cheese and the extra calories and extra fat. It's basically one or the other. Pick one. Stick to white meats when you go out to dinner, so things like fish, chicken, even leaner meats like bison, turkey, shrimp. Those things are all great. So I'll give you an example of what I would give a client who's looking to lose weight. I'll give you some breakfast, snack, lunch, ideas like that. My average client would eat between 4 to 6 meals a day, depends where you are in your weight loss journey. Most people, it's either before bed, dinner before bed, or lunchtime when you're just so hungry you eat anything that's there. I suggest you have your snack in the morning and then after lunch if you are a big morning eater, and then if you're a huge before bed eater, have your snack before dinner and a before bed snack, because then you're not hungry. So, breakfast. Depends where you are in the world, but there are healthy cereals everywhere. Oatmeal is worldwide grain. You could do things like eggs. You could make a breakfast burrito with a whole grain burrito and egg whites and a little bit of cheese and vegetables. You could do berries with Greek yogurt and granola. That would be an amazing breakfast. It would taste great and it's quick. Biggest, quickest, best meal though would be a shake. You could just put protein with fruits and a banana, peanut butter. You could put I know people who put like spinach in their drinks to thicken it, and it doesn't taste like anything. You could do oatmeal in there. You could put egg whites in there even. It's super quick, so when I'm in a really, really big hurry, that is usually what I resort to. If you're not a huge breakfast person, and I see that a lot as well, where you're not used to eating breakfast, you don't like it, you know what, that's fine. If that's who you are and that's just how you've been your whole life, it's going to be really hard to switch to eating breakfast. But I really, really do suggest you try something small to just get your system going in the morning. So even if it's just an apple or a granola bar or something quick that you eat on the way to work or right when you get to work or school or whatever, try and eat something first thing in the morning. You could stop anywhere in the morning and get even just half of a whole grain bagel. Take half and save the other half for lunchtime. You don't have to cut things out completely out of your life to lose weight. I think that's such a huge common misconception. You can check out my recipes at getreadygirls.ca. You can always email me. I'm always willing to answer questions. getreadygirls@hotmail.com or Andrea@getreadygirls.ca. So, yeah, for breakfast, honestly, just anything that's quick and that you like, that you think is the healthiest option available to you. As long as you're eating something that's getting your system going and you have high energy to get you to lunch or your first snack, and nothing too high sugar, because then you'll crash in the afternoon. So for lunch, it depends, again, what's available to you. If you're really pressed for time and you didn't have time to meal prep, or where you are in the world again. So it's hard to make tips for everyone. But generally, what I have for lunches and what I recommend my clients to have for lunches is salads. You could do whole grain sandwiches. You could do brown rice sushi. You could do pitas. Biggest thing is just avoid fatty meats. Stick to the white meats. Avoid creams and sauces and cheese, like I've said before. Again, in moderation, but not every day. Like, try not to put too much sauce on things. Stick to lower calorie dressing, especially when you're on the go. Grab like a salad with a low calorie vinaigrette or something like that. So, snacks. I myself am one of those people that if I'm driving home from work or I'm driving home from clients or just a busy day, I am ravenous at like 4 or 5 o'clock, and that is when it's before dinner and I cannot wait until dinner, and then I just ruin my dinner by eating everything in my house before 5 o'clock. So my thing that worked for me, and that works for a bunch of my clients as well, keep snacks in your car. Cashew bars, protein bars, energy bars, but look for lower sugar ones. I really like Luna bars. I keep those in my car and eat one on the way home from wherever I am when I'm starving, so that when I get to my house, I'm satiated enough to cook dinner and get dinner ready, or wait an hour or two for dinner. I keep rice cakes. I keep nuts and all of that stuff in my car. I can't go hungry. I hate being hungry. So I think that it's super important to keep snacks on you at all times. Keep cut up fruits and vegetables in your fridge in Tupperware or Ziploc bags. Just keep them in your fridge ready to go. That's what I do, and it works. It takes like not even 5 minutes to cut up a bunch of fruits and vegetables and have them in your fridge. And then you have the nuts in your car. That's a perfect snack. Fruit and nuts. Perfect. You're full and you feel great, and then you don't feel sick after. It's great. One of my favorite snacks is I use PhD protein, and I like a PhD protein smoothie with a banana, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, and it's chocolate protein, by the way. Chocolate protein, banana, peanut butter, and chocolate almond milk. That is my favorite. I think it tastes so great. So dinner options. Again, so hard to try and give everyone advice on dinner, but again, I'm sorry, I'm being very vague. Salads, as always, are great for dinner, but if you have a family and you're cooking dinner for your family, I know salad with chicken is not a realistic option. So why don't you do something like you make something for your family, like a pasta dish or whatever your kids like, pizza, whatever you feed them, that's your choice. Feed them whatever you like. If you yourself are looking to lose weight or even trying to get your family to lose weight as well, you can do things like whole grain pizzas. You could get a tortilla or a pita and make a pizza out of that. So do that as your dish for the kids and then have a salad on the side for you. There's, my favorite dinner is lettuce wraps. So I get big romaine lettuce leaves and cook up like ground turkey or ground chicken with like any Thai dressing or anything, any dry spice. I really like Mrs. Dash and stuff like that, or Frank's, or just any dressing that's available to you that you really like. Like in the UK, Nando's sauce. I don't even care what's in it. I like it. I eat it. You could do that on the turkey or on the chicken and wrap it up in lettuce wraps with cut up tomato, cut up onion, cut up green peppers, roll it up in a romaine lettuce wrap, and there you go. And it's so good, and it's super quick. All you're doing is cooking the meat and just tearing up some leaves. I know that it's just a time thing, and I know that meal prep is the biggest problem with most women. I get that, and I see that every single day. But if you even just make it a priority to set aside 20 minutes every 2 days to do the whole cutting of the vegetables, cutting of like 2 different meats, and then cooking 2 different meats, cutting up a bunch of fruit, and just having things there, it makes your life so much easier. You're going to feel so much happier. You're going to feel so much healthier. It's just do it. 20 minutes every 2 days. Just set the time aside. It is a journey, and I know that. So start with the little things like that. If you drink whole milk, switch to skim milk. If you already drink skim milk and you're still looking to lose weight, switch to almond milk, unsweetened almond milk. This is for all my ladies out there who like alcohol and like to drink and like to go out and drink. I hear you and I understand, but these are just my tips for if you're going to go out and drink, if you're going to have wine or anything like that. I love wine with dinner. I don't think that that's something that you should have to give up to lose weight. I think a glass here with dinner or whatever, I think it's absolutely doable and I think it's totally fine. So I am just going to give you my tips for if you are looking to lose a bit of body fat. First of all, it is hard to lose body fat if you're consuming that much alcohol, calories, sugar. It is hard, but you don't have to not drink. So this is why I included this section. My rule when drinking, so if I'm like away and I'm in Portugal or if I'm in Vegas, what I do if I know I'm drinking that night, I 100% have a salad with dinner and I eat a really good dinner so that I'm not hungry later when I'm drinking and all inhibition goes out the window and it's like, a whole pizza? Yes, please. So I think that make sure you eat a good dinner. Have something like a salad with chicken, with a carb like rice or a wrap or potatoes. Have something like good that's going to satisfy you so that when you go out and you drink, you're not hungry later. Drinks that I suggest: vodka water limes, vodka Diet Coke, you could have gin and tonic, you could do basically hard liquor with a diet drink or just a few glasses of wine. And then try to keep your cravings under control when you come home at like 6 in the morning. So, and try and eat healthier things too. But basically, like I said, if you eat healthy the entire day and you're out dancing and you're drinking, it's fine. You are totally allowed to do that. It's the thing that kills you is when you do things like drink a bunch of beer or if you're having those high calorie drinks. That's where it's going to be hard to keep maintaining your weight or losing weight. So before bed snack generally it's a really good idea to do something that's higher protein. I love having things like blueberries before bed with Greek yogurt, or protein shakes. You can make a protein cupcake recipes on my site as well. One thing that I do that it's something that I've done with my clients for a little while now, and I've done this myself for years now, and I always thought that it was just kind of, it only worked for me, but it works for a lot of women actually. Getting a dark chocolate once a day when your cravings are at the highest. So I will keep dark chocolate in my house, but 85% or darker. And what I do, my cravings are worse before bed, so I have it before bed. So the reason for that is it kills any, because for me, again, everyone's different. For me, it's before bed when I'm sitting there and it's like the cravings are out of control and all I want is an entire chocolate bar or a cake. So what I do is I have dark chocolate, like 2 or 3 pieces before bed, and sometimes I'll look forward to it during the day because I know I'm going to have dark chocolate later. I don't crave anything sweet throughout the day. So have that in your house, like have dark chocolate always in your house. And the thing I find about dark chocolate is it's not like milk chocolate where I could eat like a bar this big of milk chocolate and want more. I find with dark chocolate, after 2 or 3 pieces, I'm good. It's because it's so bitter and it's so rich that after a few pieces, it's like you really don't want to eat the full bar. Maybe that's just me, but I can't, I think, just because it's so bitter. Yeah, so last thing I wanted to touch on is motivation, because that is the determining factor between keeping weight off, losing weight, and staying motivated. Is just, it is the hardest part of weight loss, and I struggle with it every single day. I wake up every day wanting to improve myself, but there are days that I wake up and I just don't want to do any cardio. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to eat healthy. And you know what? Sometimes on some of those days, I don't do anything, and I don't have to. You don't have to do it every day. As long as you dedicate 80% of your week to making healthier choices, you can kind of get away with some things 20% of the time where you don't have to work as hard because your body already is used to eating healthy most of the time. When you get to that point, you can get away with a lot more. So if that's not motivation, I don't know what is. So what I do to stay motivated is I have a motivation board. And what it is it's just all my goals and all my dreams and anything that's important to me. It's on this big cork board. Watching motivational YouTube videos, I don't know what it is. I love them so much. And I know when I'm getting into, or if I'm getting into show prep, I do bikini competitions. When I'm getting into show prep or I'm getting discouraged for whatever reason, I watch a whole bunch of them and I feel great after. So they help me, they might help you. Biggest tool that I think is super important, I recommend my clients do this, it's affirmations. Affirmations are really, really hard when you have really low self-esteem, or low self-worth, or low self-confidence, because when you're reading things, because to start affirmations, you need to read them, and it's really hard to write your own when you're at such a low point. But I'll give you a few examples. I love myself is a really good affirmation. I am worthy of accomplishing my goals. I deserve to accomplish my goals. All very positive. I am, I will, I can statements that you want to accomplish. Those are affirmations. So I am working on my health every single day. I am worthy of love. I am a fit individual. You need to say these things even if you don't feel this way about yourself. I remember when I was in a really dark place a few years ago and I started doing affirmations as part of like learning how to meditate and stuff like that. Affirmations was the first step, so that's why I'm including it in this video. I distinctly remember reading these affirmations, and it was things like, I love myself, I am beautiful, things like that. And I remember reading them and being like, okay, this is ridiculous. Like, none of these things describe me. I don't know why I'm reading this. I remember sitting there being like, this is silly. Over time, after reading them, you were reprogramming your brain to think these things. They will happen. Believe me on this, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Just affirmations, they are so important. They are the most important thing to weight loss. So every single time, if you're out and, you know, if you're at the gym or something and you do, like, let's say you eat bad and you're like, oh, I'm such a pig, like, I'm such an idiot. Don't talk like that about yourself, first of all. Don't talk about yourself in any way you would never talk to your best friend. Don't talk about yourself that way. Another thing, too, is when you say something, and it's going to take a while to get out of that habit of calling yourself down and saying negative things about yourself, catch yourself, like, say it, because you're going to. After you say it, say something like, but I'm working on it. So try to focus on those things first. So focus on motivation, focus on making healthier choices, focus on your affirmations, and these little things, if you even just do these few things that I mentioned, making a little bit of healthier choices, eating a bit more and drinking a bit more water, I have no doubt in my mind that you will be on your journey to a healthier you, and I wish you luck, and I believe in you, and I think you can do it. So if you have any questions, email me, Andrea at getreadygirls.ca or getreadygirls@hotmail.com. I look forward to seeing any progress pictures, and I hope that I taught you something or motivated you in any way, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for listening.